Right, so another repair video. Well, hopefully we'll find out. This is one of those other mailbag, not mailbag, the CB radio Bonanza radios. One's from that storage box, which it's a radio I worked on over 20 years ago and has been in the box for quite some time. I've already loosened the screws and the covers and desoldered the speaker and things like that, and I've already had a bit of a peek inside, but I thought I'd just did a reveal for you as well. And I look at it now and think, oh my god, that's some bad work, but yeah, that was 20 years ago and I've learnt a lot since then. So anyway, let's go from here. Let's plug it in, power it up, and we shall see what happens. I've disconnected the speaker, so it's all ready to go pretty much. 4-pin mic. And it has some kind of receive. Although on FM you expect that to be a lot noisier than that, and we're getting that stray signal there. It could be stuck, it could be something else, probably something else. Yeah, it's looking a bit dodgy. So I might go knife going turned up, clarify centered, right, dim works. Right, no transmit. That's a surprise. Who would have thought? Right. Oh, it works on that band now. Interesting. And that's doing about 8 watts. Right. Let's get my radio on the right band. Okay. That is actually working. At least partially. It's not, doesn't look right, but that needle's sticky. Yeah. It's really loud. Right, there we go. 1, 2. Yeah, that's got no swing whatsoever. I guess I've got the power turned right up or something, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't change anything. Doesn't matter which band I'm on there, it doesn't work. So, doesn't matter which band I've got set here, it only works on that one. That's interesting. Very interesting. Does that work? Well, it sounds like it did. If I counter to turn on. Yeah, that works. There you go. Let's get it on frequency too, eh? Sounds like a bit. Feel there. Also, I've unlocked the clarifier, and that's jumping around a fair bit actually. So, a little click, and then it stopped jumping around. That's fine. That's interesting. Yeah, I think it's a switch here. Or a switch. Yeah, anyway. So. Okay. So it's got a few interesting things going on here. Let's try the receive out and see if that works. One, two. Hey, the receive is working. So it's basically going to need a recap because it's it's never been done. We've got this meter which looks like it's sticking. Just doesn't look like it's working quite right. Yes, gradually dropping down, so it's a bit sticky. But yeah, it is actually working. That's quite surprising. Apart from these bands, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Might be something to do with the switch not switching back over to here. Yeah, that's it. This switch is playing up. Yep, that's right now. So yeah, this switch is a bit dodgy. So that's why it's not working. Alright, so I'm going to pull this apart and show you the horrific by my current standards, definitely horrific horrific quality inside. So let's have a look. Now it's a bit dirty, all the flux is still on there. You can see here, if we get close enough, this abomination of wiring. Yeah, I mean this has been messed with before I got it. I remember that, and I made it worse. I think I made it much better. I messed with it more. Yeah, I mean like melted wires and stuff like that. I've touched it with the iron, and oh yeah, it's bad. You know, back then I was more about the end result rather than the quality of the work, and it's like, oh, yeah, not good. But this could really use a good tidy up. But yeah, so what I've done, what we've got here is the P-rolls up there, and here we have binary adders. Yeah, it's P-roll. There's a binary adder here somewhere. There's two binary adders which are just here. I think there's one. I see 4 legs in line there. So anyways, two binary headers just here somewhere. Can't quite determine which pins are which. So what I've done is basically on this thing I've hooked into the binary adders to generate the encode required to get in his in band. This stuff here is interesting. That is me expanding the, yeah, that's me increasing the VCO slide range. Sorry, VCO, the loop crystal slide range. Those would be the original reactors. I've moved to the back of the board and put a series inductor with them so I can get more slide out of it. And that would be a trimming capacitor for something. Well, I don't know what. Yeah, that's not pretty. Take this cover off. Doesn't get any better. So, oh man. Let's get some more light here. Maybe you can see a bit better. Maybe. Right, I'll leave it here. So this is all the switch modifications done. I've got a resistor there, put a pull down or something for this 10k switch, which just increases it toggles one of the binary adder inputs, increases it by 1. Uses the carry in input to shift it by 1. And then we've got the New Zealand wiring here. Yeah, this is ugly. New Zealand wiring here, which goes to, well, the switch obviously disconnects the original wiring for the band switch, which is at the bottom there, which I don't think you can see. I would have tapped into that wiring there for the band switch and got rid of that, moved that to the switch that passes through the switch here, and then when it's in, it shoves a DC to this board here, which has diodes on it. I'm not quite sure why I use power diodes, but maybe that's all I had at the time. And all those are doing is generating the encode, or the shift code for the binary adders. Shift it to the correct frequency range. Yeah, this is just like, oh my god, what was I doing? Anyway, I've got pull down network on there. It could be pull up, I'm not sure I've got 2 of them, which is interesting. Yeah, so oh my god, this is just, yeah, I'm glad the quality of my work has improved a lot over the years. Let's put it that way. It's funny how you look back and stuff you used to do and think, oh my god, what was I doing? Anyway, but yeah, it's alright. But the it worked it did the job, and that's what I was looking at the time. I wasn't, you know, I don't have the gear I've got now. I'm not sure I had an oscilloscope back then, actually. I'm not sure I even had that. Anyway, had a 5-digit frequency counter. I think it was 5. Yeah, I just no. And I've got this wire coming over here to the power supply. That'll be for the clarifier to run constant power to it. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. It's like I've replaced the part and put it back on the back of the board because I was being lazy. That's literally what it looks like. And I think I might have actually got this radio as a broken one originally. I may well have done. I'm not sure. I tend to get a lot of my radios like this kind of thing, especially when it's a bit tatty like this. I tend to get them as broken radios. Other people blow them up, and I get them and fix them, and then that hasn't changed. Yeah, so this is just horrendous. Oh my god! And it looks like I used to have variable power on the back, and the power, well, yeah. I mean, oh my god! AMC's turned right up. Mod meters turned fully one direction, which is strange. Not sure what those ones are. Can't see. Somewhere there's a power adjustment in here. RF meter might be turned right down actually. Trying to see what those other ones are. AM squelch, it's like. So those are probably squelch. Don't see the power trimmer. Why don't I see a power trimmer? It's got dual finals as well, in case you didn't know. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Of course, there's the power trimmer there. Right. AM power. There we go. What's that going to? Where is that going? Oops. Where is that going? Oh, what have I done here? Okay, I have got the AM power running on the RF gain. So I made that a variable power. That's yeah, I think I might take that back out and put the RF gain back in. I don't know. Yes, this is just a horror of horrors. But yeah, it needs recapping and the meter freeing up and all the switches and knobs all cleaning, all the pots need cleaning. It just needs basically a refurbish, and I think it'll probably be alright then. So I really need to get some proper switch cleaner stuff, or pot cleaner. The stuff I used to have has run out, and I need to get some more. But I've been seeing other people using some other stuff, which is Mike uses it. Got me calls it now. But I need to try and get some of that proper stuff which he swears by. It's like, well, yeah, that's what I need, because the stuff I've been using just doesn't work that well. It works, it cleans it, but it doesn't last. You know, often I just use IPA now and just clean it with that, and that works fine. But never use oil. Don't use oil. It damages the carbon in the end. It's not good for them. But yeah, I use IPA to clean them, but eventually, because there's no protective barrier there, it starts to play up again eventually. So it does work, but it's not the best. Yeah, so I'll do all that. I'll keep it all a good clean up, and we'll go from there. But as far as repair goes, I think mostly it's a case of cleaning everything. I can't even get to the back of that switches. I might take the front panel off, but yeah, this is yeah. Oh my god, what was I thinking? Oh my god. Right, okay. That's enough entertainment. I shall come back and do some more video once I've done what I need to do. Alright, so I've started doing this now. I thought I'd just video some of what I'm doing. I've shortened this board down. It didn't need to be as long as it was. And what I think I'll do is I'd like to mount it on the side here. It will actually fit, but there's holes here which is on the casing for mounting a mic on the side. So I think that's probably going to be a bad idea. Down there, not really, again, because of the side mountings. So I'm thinking what I might do is actually attach it on top of the channel selector in the end. I'll stick it just there like that. It fits in there quite nicely. It means having to use hot melt glue, but yeah, oh well. You can't, it's still going to be better than it was. Yeah, so I've pulled this capacitor here out. I had that horrible glue on it. It's gone all brown, as you can see here. Hopefully you can see here. It's gone all dark brown. It's not crusty yet. It's still flexible, but considering how hold this radio, which is actually quite surprising. It's you know, it's not gone. So maybe they changed their formula at some point, which is what screwed up all the glue. Anyway, so I thought I'd just do some cap replacements. I think I'm probably going to have to redo the whole board. I mean, it's not showing any faults for capacitors. Well, nothing obvious anyway. So, let's get some light again. I'll turn it off because I don't want the heating. So, and unfortunately, I've got the air conditioning going again. So there will be low frequency rumble, as I've had it mentioned. Yeah. I'll go through and clean flux of the board afterwards. I'm not going to do that right now because I've got so much soldering to do on this board. I have cleaned this one up a bit. It still needs a bit more. Now it's drying, I can see a bit more needs doing. This one's already looking a lot better, but yeah, I'm not sure how far I'm going to go about removing existing stuff I've done or changing it. I think I likely will change this AM power thing. I'll have to look and see if I can see how it is to reinstate the IF gain, and I'll make a decision based on that. If the IF gain is easy to put in, then I'll take that back out, put the pot back in, or preset pot, and do that. Yeah, I'll take all these bloody capacitors out. So many capacitors. Oh dear. Right, another one just there somewhere. I've got to try and find them all, it's a hard bit. Yeah. You have to kind of see where it is in the diagram and go from there. Oh dear. No, I can't find it. Right, so I'll come back and do some more. You don't want to see me trying to find capacitors. Alright, so far I'm probably, I don't know, probably just under halfway. These are the capacitors I've taken out so far. So I've sort of basically started over here, then we're looking around. So I'm over to this point now. So I thought I'd show you some more. One thing I did find is that there's actually a capacitor here, just in this position here. I think it's C21 Smart Test. The PCB marking and spacing is for a ceramic capacitor, but it's got an electrolytic in there, which is a now I can't see what it is. 10 UF. So yeah, it's a bit interesting, but this is ceramic capacitor. It means obviously a mistake. Either it's the wrong part in there or it's the wrong markings. I'm going to go the wrong markings because it had an electrolytic in there, so that's what I've replaced it with. It could even be an upgrade to the circuit, which hasn't been transferred onto the board layout. But anyway, so I thought I'd just point it out. So now I'm over here. So I want to start this one here. Hardest bit with this is actually trying to find the parts on the board. I had to unclog my my desoldering gun too. The is that the right one? It might not be. It might be this one. Yes, this one here. So I had to declog it. The filter in the back all clogged up as well, so I had to give that a clean. It stopped working very well. Also to lower the temperature very slightly. I had a pad lift off over here. It was also a little bit too hot for the board. So 22 UF 10 volt. I'm upgrading all the voltages as well, obviously, because the newer parts are smaller packages. It's a 10 volt. Is that what it was? Yeah, it's 10 volt as well. Okay. Well, in this case, I won't be upgrading the voltage because the only parts I've got here which will suit are the same voltage, I think. These ones are too small. I'll try and save the small ones for when I need them. So yeah, okay. I have actually ordered some more 22s. I'm waiting for them to arrive. They haven't arrived yet. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. Before I say that. No, they haven't arrived yet. So yeah, I still have to do. It's the same spec as original, so yeah, I'll do. It's no worse. As far as I know, it didn't blow up. Okay, so the next one's over here. Again, hard things this is trying to find the damn things. You know roughly where they are, but it can take a little bit. Yeah, got it. Right. Matt's sliding around everything. Right. 1 UF 50 volt. So I don't know how exciting a video is going to make me sitting there recording me doing this, but anyway. You can compare the sizes, you know, the size of this compared to what I just took out. Where's the one I just took out? There you go. Look at the size difference. You know. And this is rated 63 volts. Anyway. These little blue ones I've got actually old stock. I've had them for a few years now. Purchased them from Macklin's, I think, in the UK. Online ordering, of course. And I'm not sure what brand they are, so I'm just going to try and use up all those ones first before I go into my Nichicon ones. Nowadays I only buy good quality caps. I don't buy, you know, none branded. I'll only buy Rubicon, Nichicon, Nippon Chemicon and Panasonic if I have to. Panasonic's supposed to be good, but I just know the other brands are known to be good, so that's what I'm going to stick with. I won't be buying any non-branded ones anymore. I never have any problems, but I know they won't last very well. This is a dodgy, nice one I desoldered before, that's right. Okay. So this problem is trying to go around and desoldering these parts, trying to find them, and sometimes I'm desoldering the wrong things, and so I need to make sure I go back and actually resolder those. Alright, so that's my process, that's what I'm doing, and it's a long, slow process. I've got all these to do yet. Great fun. Alright, so interestingly, I was just taking out this big capacitor here. I think it's C143, I'm not quite sure, just in there. There's a capacitor just next to it here, C161, and that's just really loose. I haven't actually desoldered it yet, and I gave it a pull and it's fell out. It looks like it wasn't actually installed properly in the first place, so that's interesting. You have an interesting find. Might explain some intermittent faults at some point, who knows. Right, so I've got new capacitors in there. You always haven't changed as these two. I tested them, they both seem okay. And they're quite big capacitors, quite, you know, bulky things, so they're probably fine. So I just haven't bothered with changing those two. I've changed every other one. And I've given the PCBs clean, switches to clean, that kind of thing. Well, kind of clean. I've been maybe 100% thorough yet, but they've got some cleaner in there. Given the PCB a bit of a clean, it's still not spotless. There was so much flux on this board. There was just so much on there. You can see now it's actually shiny. It's looking a lot better. But yeah, it still needs a bit more really. But it's so much on there. I've used probably a quarter of a can of cleaning spray and some, you know, half a bottle of alcohol and a dozen cleaning swabs, and it's still going. It's like, well, okay, it's the worst of it's off. So it's not too bad at all. Right, so yeah, I suppose I'll quickly power this up and see if it works. I have to be careful about that ball floating around. see if the issues, well, see if any issues have arisen. Obviously I haven't done it at the meter yet, but let's make sure that's up. That's up. Well, actually, let's power. So I'll turn it down a bit. Clarify center, bit band, AM, score down, and out. Right. Power it up. See what happens. Check the board's okay. Right. No banging. That's something. Got no TX at the moment. Oh, no ticks at all. Oh, because I'm PA, that's why. There we go. Right. Okay, TX power is there. Meter's still doing its weirdness there, so I'm going to have to do that. That is now working okay. That switch is now not playing up. That's good. So yeah, the switches are all nice and clean now. That's working right. So I've just got to fix that meter up, get that to free up a bit. I might have to replace it. We'll see how it goes. Usually we can free them up a little bit. But yeah, that's all good. So no new issues at least. Well, obviously I haven't checked the C, but that's probably fine. Yeah, all good. So that's enough for now. I'll do a bit more video when I've actually got the thing back together and finished it and fully working and cleaned up properly. I'll add on to that then. Right, so I've been doing some checking on this, and specifically to the RF gain on here, which is being currently set up to use as a variable power, which is for this. I'm going to reverse that and put that back to standard. Here are the connections for the RF gain. So what I'm going to have to do is refit a pot back in there. I've got a trimmer here. It's supposed to be a 5k. I only have a 10. It will probably be okay. I might have to bridge it with the 5k resistor or something on the back of the board. That's what I'm going to have to use. I need to get some more trimmers. But I'm going to need to get that pot out of there so I can solder onto it, because it's right at the bottom there. So I need to take the front panel off and take the pot out, which is a little bit of a pain, but it's one of these things, you know. So let's pop all this off. Well, that's tight. It worries me about getting these things off when they're tight, because I'm always worried it's going to break off the bloody the shaft of the pot. That is a real possibility. I've had it happen. So I know it's one of these things you got to watch out for. That band one is quite tight. No, that's all right. It's just might just be the motor switch I have problems with them. I might be lucky. So I've got to try and get this motor switch off. Come on, there we go. Right. Those front panels had seen better days after these screws are broken, or the actual panel's broken. As you can see, I've heat shrinked the band expander there. I still need to secure it. So I thought I'd just record this bit, you know, reverse it as part of the modification, because I thought I need to have some kind of concept. I've said I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. Like, well, it's a bit, people want to watch along sometimes, so I thought, oh, okay, I'll show you what I'm doing. Front panel off. There's the bare board. Now I need to get the pot here off. Yeah, that's too tight. I really need to get like a little set of sockets in here, so I've always got like deep reach sockets which fit these things. I do actually have some. I just don't have them in this room. I use them in other places, you see, so they're not kept in here. So get on. straight at the back like that. I'm hoping I can. And remove the whole front panel. When you remove the whole front panels like that, that's a big deal, but I prefer not to do it. Come on. Cooperate. There we go. That will do. Now, solder on is, yes, it's interesting. The temperature's lower than I last set it. That's strange. It is strange. Might have to increase it, we'll see. Oh, come on. More heat. Old sold off as well, replace it with newer stuff. Okay, so that's those. Now, before I do this bit, I'm going to finish the front piece. So here are the wires for the RF gain circuit. Now, obviously I've got that tied so it's in its maximum state, so I know which way around the wires go. Well, kind of. Yeah, I kind of know which way around the wires go. Actually, yeah, it's okay. I know which one's which because I followed one of the traces down already, so that's alright. Okay, that's thrown me. Why do I have all three connected together? That's not what I was expecting. Oh, I'm going to trace this all out now. Really? That's weird. It goes over to that switch there, which I've repurposed. Trying to see where the wires go to. So it's RF gain M, RF gain L is there, and RF gain L has nothing connected to either end of it, and there's no resistor there. It's weird. I'm going to have to go back and look at the circuit diagrams for this before I can carry on, because this doesn't quite make sense. Where's that one go to? So that goes to that board there. Get the hairs off it. Which goes to there, which has a resistor to there, which I have modified. What have I done here? What have I done here? That was a common there. It used to be a common, but that got repurposed. Yeah, because I've rewired all these switches, so this used to go to the band up here, the common point up here. So I think I've repurposed that, trying to be clever, and now I've confused myself. Yeah, I think I've used that as a DC supply up here, because I think that's all it was a DC supply. No, that can't be right, surely. Yeah, so I need to look at this and figure out what the hell's going on here, because this is not what I was expecting to find underneath that tape. Usually when I do something like that is I'll actually disconnect the wiring and join together the ones which I'm trying to keep, and then the other wire which is not being used, I'll stuff it in there with it. So like if it's a switch, for example, I'd join the two wires together for the one you always want to keep on, and then have the third wire, or whatever wire it is that's in there, with them in the same bundle, so you can see what the pairing is. But yeah, it's just yeah, this is not what I was expecting. So it's going to take a little bit more effort on my part here to sort that out. That's not that big a deal. I just need to reverse what's here against the circuit diagram, and I know that the white wire here is the wiper of that, so I know that for a fact. I also got to figure out what the other two wires are doing, because I really don't remember. This is quite I mean, it might be a negative, it might still be a point, might be a negative. I need to look down and check it out. I need to figure it out. But anyway, okay, I'll come back to that. I'll do this piece now, then I'll stop videoing. Okay, let's get this bit out, then I'll come back afterwards. Where the hell is it? There it is. Right. And I should have got my desoldering iron going, because now I need holes to put things back into. I'll have to use this for now. I mean, these little things work okay, you know. If it's just a quick little job like this, it's, you know, it's fine. I mean, I've used these for years and years. You know, they've been alright. Wasn't that long ago when I got the soldering gun, so you know, I actually did a video on that when I got it, so you can see that if you need to. Around the place. Right. Okay, so that should be at least the TX power restored. I just need to sort out the side going, because this wasn't what I was expecting to find underneath that tape, so I'll have to go back to the circuit diagrams and reverse engineer that again, and just figure out what's what, and then put it all back together, because I don't want to break what I've got over here as well, because I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Because that yellow wire is going back up here, which routes around to here, which is acting as a common on that switch. Yeah, it's doing something. I'm not quite sure what that's doing. I'm going to have to figure that out. So I'll come back. Oh, I think I'll figure this out. I've done something really strange here by the looks of it. I just did a little voltage measurement just to confirm it. I've actually put all three wires together. Right, so the yellow wire comes up here. It comes, let's get to the point with. Comes to this trace just here. That pad comes to this trace. It loops around, goes here, which is a resistor. There's a resistor in there, which goes to this pad, which is an 8-volt supply. Okay, that's the 8-volt rail. Although I've cut that there and run circuitry for other stuff, but so that's 8 volts just there. So 8 volts goes through that resistor, normally goes through there, through this wire, which should be 8 volts or thereabouts, and then that's one side of the pot, and that's the other side of the pot, and that is the wiper. Well, it seems that for some reason I joined them all together. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, so I should just be able to reverse that, and it should be normally negative, and that seems to work. No, I do. Right, so I started putting this back together the way I think it's supposed to go, at least. that should actually work. Power it up and try it. Should be working. Why isn't it? There's nothing. I think. Go fix this meter. Right. There we go, it is working because the meter's sticking. Right, it's all good. I've got a mic plugged in, that's why there's no sound to speak of. Just plug mine in. Even then I've got no sound. That's interesting. I did have sound when I first tested it. Looks like I've got another fault to fix now. Maybe I bridged something when I was replacing those capacitors. It's entirely possible. Anyway, the IF gain now works, but you can see it's a bit dirty. Trying to give that a clean. I'll carry on the other stuff shortly. Well, I got the audio back. I had a couple of dodgy connections where when I was resoldering I'd actually desoldered the wrong part trying to find the capacitor and I hadn't quite soldered back in. So I think I've one over here, one over here, and I fixed both of those and it's okay again now, so we're good. Giving this pot a clean. It's all nice and smooth now. So, all good.